Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Virgo in January 2021. What's up, Virgo? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, friends, welcome to the new year. How's everything? How you feeling? Hopefully, Virgo, wherever you are in the world right now, you're safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Hope that you're taking good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. And I hope that you had an amazing new year, okay? Whatever you did, however you celebrated or you didn't celebrate, whatever you did, I hope it was a fabulous time. I hope you were good, in a good place, and happy, and all that good stuff. And I also hope that if you did socialize and you got together with people, that you did so taking the proper precautions. 2020 is behind us. It's in the rear view, but that does not mean that the problems and the good old pandemic that came in with it is just wrapped up on the last day of the year. So again, if you are getting together with people, or rather that you did, please, be careful as you do so. All right. Again, guys, I hope everything is going well in your life. Virgo, it's a new year, so some new changes here on the channel, slightly. It's still going to be very similar, but it's, just like different ways of doing it. So this is still very much a general overview for the month of January. We're going to do some of it off camera, as you see with these pre-shuffle cards, and then we're actually going to do more cards here live on the video. Still going to do some bottom of the deck and outcome for you guys, but, just trying to change up how we get to the message. Okay, so that's for me. That's my personal development as a reader. Hopefully, you guys can still roll with the messages, still roll with the method. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into the regular spiel. Virgo, anything you want from me, it's in the description box already. The timestamp is down there. Any information you need for seeking a personal reading with me is down there. Any questions before you order, just email me at the same address. And very big heads up, I'm probably going to end up changing the pricing of the videos that's down there. Probably around March. So if you're interested in working with me and you want to lock in those prices, I suggest that you reach out to me now and book. Because again, I think around March, maybe even sooner, I'm not sure yet, I might be changing some things with that, okay? And if you want to follow me on Instagram, there is the link to my page is down there as well, okay? All right, Virgo, as you saw, shuffled off camera, 2 came face down, so let's see what we've got so far. So you've got the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Water. Then you've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, or the 10 of Earth in reverse. And then you have the Son of Earth, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So let's get into it. 9 of Water, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Son of Earth. This really feels, for some of you, Son of Earth, by the way, that's equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles. Let me see here. I feel like somehow going your own way, or someone in this situation, is a general, it can go vice versa, but somebody going their own way and being happier for it. I do get the sense with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, in reverse, Virgo, that there is some type of loss, especially of the material. 10 of Pentacles in reverse is sort of like, interesting phrasing that they're giving me, better luck next time. So maybe somebody lost a competition. Maybe somebody, was competing for a prize, but they don't win it, but is still okay with it. And that's just for a few of you, if not just like one of you, in terms of a competition and not winning. I think the bigger message, or what's going to apply to more people, is walking away from a good thing, or letting a good thing slip through your fingers, or somehow, because what do we see here? I'll turn this up right so you can see it a little bit better. We see these grapes on the vine, and like it's giving me this vibe of like a vineyard. And, from what I understand, I'm not like a big drinker of wine, but, a lot of times those are like family businesses, family vineyards, family, and I feel there's a potential that's, because the traditional understanding of this card in tarot is generational wealth, generational stability, and having access to it or participation in it. And I'm getting a highly independent energy coming from this Son of Earth. I'm getting a slow detachment from whatever is required to be a participant in the Ten of Pentacles. Meaning, if, and I don't know how these things work because I don't come from a family of wealth. I come from a very middle to low class, or not low class, but low economic standing family. Low class? What do you call it? Yeah, I guess it's class. Middle class, upper class. Yeah, whatever. So I just feel like somebody walks away from their own inheritance, walks away from their involvement in a family business. It could be that someone is the natural, like the person who's naturally meant to take over as head of the family, and they leave it behind. Or they're shut out of it. If it's not willfully walking away, it's a shutout. Okay? And again, it could be because of the stipulations. If you want to inherit this money, because I think that's how it works, and again, I'm only speaking from the little bit I've heard of real people and you know, what we see on TV. You have to be this, you have to, until you're 22 years old or 18 years old or 30 years old, you don't have access to your trust fund. And so somebody's just like, well, I need the money now, or I need access to this now. And it's like, no, that's not what was drafted in the contract, or that's not the terms and conditions. And somebody's just like, well, screw the terms and conditions. I'm going to go my own way. Or based on how someone is perceived in the family, Son of Earth, the way someone is perceived as possibly not doing enough, or, you know, sort of relying on the, like, never, either not doing enough or being overly reliant on the family, thus they get cut off. So it could go either way. It could be proactively leaving this behind, or forcefully being told to leave it behind. So again, in that later edition, because it feels mostly proactive, it feels mostly someone makes their own decision, or they're willing to risk losing something in order to gain for themselves, right? But the late edition felt like legit a spoiled brat being cut off from their very rich mommy and daddy. Like, I'm being kind of facetious, but that really is what that feels like. Virgo, I don't know where you fit into this story, because we have a school of dolphin over there on that 9 of water card. So this could be your friend, this could be your cousin, this could be you, this could be your children, I don't know. So even though I think being cut off or walking away carries this, we believe as the onlookers, as me, the reader, or you potentially, Virgo, another onlooker, we believe that somebody just shot themselves in the foot, or that someone is bound to suffer because now mommy and daddy said no more, you know, trust fund for you, you know, whatever it is. It actually is okay. Somehow in this story, even though the Son of Earth, male or not, earth sign or not, is no longer attached to or has access to that 10 of Pentacles, it still feels like they make out okay. Or, okay, when they're like, or Jay, or this is making somebody else's dreams come true. Man, that's a little grimy. That's a little shiesty. Why am I saying that? Because what I'm sensing is like a family, or a collective of people, a group of people, right? And there's some main person or some main source of material wellness or resources, right? And one person gets cut off. Let's say it's a group of siblings. There's 3 of you or 5 of you or 15 of you, it doesn't matter. And one person gets cut out of the will. Their inheritance is shelved, and they're no longer entitled to this. The other siblings, again with this school of dolphins, is like, ha, serves you right. Ha, that is exactly what is due to you. Ha 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 ha. They're so happy to see someone else suffer, or kicked out, pushed out of an agreement, pushed out of the family, or of the family business. If not out of the family business. And again, there is this perception overhead of the Son of Earth that says they're too slow, they're too inept, they don't do anything, or they're not actively trying to be better. Something like that is there. Either they're too irresponsible, or it's like possibly also a letdown. Ugh, that's such a I don't like that. It's like the son of earth, whoever it might be the golden boy or the golden child, the golden girl, right? The one who the parents or the grandparents were like, that's going to be the one to carry on the family legacy, 10 of Pentacles, right? Legacy. But based on their life choices, this person is showing up or being perceived as being not the right choice anymore. We thought when this person went to college and they studied this and they got their master's in that they naturally were going to come back home and take over the family business. This person turned into like an activist. 2020 turned a lot of people into activists, both seriously and not so seriously. But there's something that this person has done, has chosen to do, has chosen to take on board for themselves that leaves them isolated or cut out of a situation. And again, that either benefits them, that gives them their wish fulfillment, 9 of Water there, or it's fulfilling other people because they're happy to see this person cut off. They're happy to see this person no longer have access to the 10 of Pentacles. It's very, very interesting. I don't know that that's going to apply to most of you, but that's the message. Let's get some further information here for Virgo, please, regarding the situation. Additional information regarding the situation for Virgo, please, in January 2021. Additional information here regarding the situation for Virgo. Please show me 3 cards. Thank you. Judgment. Ooh. Hierophant keeps coming up. One more, please, for Virgo. In January 2021, what's going on in this situation? One more card, please. Ugh, I got a little sloppy at the end. That shuffle. Is that right? No? Stop. Good. Thank you. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Fire, aka Ace of Wands. Son of Fire. Okay. So, how I just said, someone may have turned away from like a cookie cutter or like a corporate trajectory in their life and become an activist. Ba-boom. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Knight of Wands, aka Son of Fire, there on the end. Interesting, I'm going to pick it up going this way. So Son of Fire, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be dealing with, don't have to be. Hierophant, Major Arcana for Taurus, could be dealing with, don't have to be. And Judgment, secondary major for Scorpio, could be dealing with, don't have to be. This could be legit somebody's spiritual rebirth or a pivotal moment in someone's spiritual journey, period. And I mean, okay, very generally, because I'm not studying it that hard and and I'm not reading about it that hard, but what did we just go through in December 2020? In December 20. Oh my God, December 2020. Thank you. We went through that great conjunction, right, of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, which, from what I'm reading, is going to square Uranus for a little bit. And Uranus right now is in Taurus. Basically, all that adds up to great upheavals to our material realities, which again, if you look at what happened in 2020 across the world, but also, mostly, well, not mostly, but, I live in the States, so it's very prominent to me. You had a lot of people lose work. A lot of people decreased from their capacities in work. You had a lot of people who were forced to work and did so in unsafe conditions, and that creates liability, and it helped, spread this freaking disease around, whatever. There was a lot of upheaval to the day in, day out routine of living and working across the globe, right? You could also see it in like I said, about someone leaving a corporate type of path, son of earth, going towards a more impassioned and activist centered line of work or focus in their life. So a lot of people, you can call them social justice warriors or keyboard justice warriors, whatever you want to call it, but it was actively, and we're still in that energy. People are actively engaging in trying to create change on a massive level, stirring up more empathy and compassion for people that yesterday we had no empathy or compassion for. It's so weird and it's so sudden and people want to poke fun at it, but that's legit revolution. That's legit evolution, right? So someone here could be walking that path. Leave your corporate job behind. I'm not saying this is what you should do. This is what some people might be doing. Or someone in your vicinity, Virgo, if it's not you. So they leave their little cookie cutter job behind and they become someone who is involved in, if not social justice, they might change over and become a social worker. They might volunteer more. They might do something. It's going from slow and steady earth energy to fast and dynamic and what's that? Stimulating fire energy. It could be the meeting of two separate people. It doesn't have to be, in many cases it will be, this is someone having their own spiritual change, their spiritual evolution, whatever. Or it's the meeting of these two people, the dynamic of two people coming together. No matter how you slice it, that is upsetting the apple cart. That is upsetting the establishment. And look what's here. Just this deck was chosen for a reason. I don't pick the decks per se. I'm like, what deck am I going to use for Virgo? And they're like, you're going to use this deck for Virgo. So this is the Hierophant. Traditionally on the Hierophant, we're going to see priests and popes of that old guard of religious leadership. What's this? This is the Dalai Lama. Still a religious leader, but not, not that traditional one with all the, listen, I don't want to criticize anybody, but this is a more progressive view of what religious leadership looks like. Yes? So what traditionally has been sort of the visual representation of spiritual religious leadership is now replaced with I don't want to say lesser known, but it's just not, the big three of Judeo-Christian belief. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, okay? Those symbols are there. They're on this card, but the figure, the man himself, is not directly associated with any of those religions. Does that make sense? So it's like not dismantling and destroying what has been here. It's reinventing it in some type of way or reconceptualizing it in some type of way. Very interesting reading, Virgo. And it's I think for you guys, it's happening on a macro level and a micro level. It's meaning your personal life is being reflected in the world and the world is reflecting changes and evolutions in your personal private life. Does that make sense? Well, I'm not saying it does make sense, but I'm saying, judgment. So what are we doing? We're having some type of rebirth process. We're going back to, or at least reestablish, how can I say that? Replanting? That's an interesting word. Replanting something. Okay. Repurposing. Okay. So, vineyard, gardening, like nature. Okay. So remember I talked earlier about the vineyard and everything like that. So somebody, let's use that as a specific example. Take the allegory and apply it to your life. So let's say someone grew up on a farm, grew up on a vineyard or whatever, and they know agriculturally how to make crops grow, right? And their family has run this winery since like 1869 or some shit like that. So it's like, it's rooted in legacy. Yes? Someone turns their back on running the vineyard, running the multi-million-dollar business for the family, and they take their skills that they've learned and replant it, reapply it, reinvent it in another way. So that this person, with their knowledge that came from their family, their legacy, their heritage, they might apply that knowledge to help others. Meaning, go into the city, buy up property, create a community garden in a food desert. Does that make sense? This person here and or here is realizing they might have, quote unquote, a higher power, or a higher purpose, rather, a higher purpose. Again, Hierophant energy is here. So this person might realize there's more to life, or more to my life, than turning a profit in this privately owned company that's been in my family for a century and a half, or whatever it is, right? There's more to this life. There's more I can offer to the world than just getting people drunk and having a good time and putting my face on the label of a product. This is all, this is a specific story that I'm pulling out of this, but I hope you're able to, extract from this something that speaks to you personally. Also, look at the image here. This man looking at his own reflection in a cracked glass. So this is breaking from some former perception of yourself. This is breaking from the mold. Again, someone might be the golden child, or the golden employee, or the golden whoever. Doesn't matter. And they don't want to do that. And that somehow is a wish fulfillment. And to other people, Virgo, this seems like a loss. You're going to turn your back on wealth and stability and legacy? Yes, 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 yes. It's slow to happen, but the passion is there. The motivation is there. It's slow to happen, but in that slowness is the ability to really evaluate and restructure your value system. Could also be that. Doesn't even have, see, there you go. Doesn't even have to be business. This could be someone is sort of reevaluating and restructuring their own belief system. So again, what did I mention? The big three: Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, right? Someone could be like, you know what? I'm going to give Buddhism a try. Or I'm going to give general spiritualism a try. Or I'm going to look into paganism or whatever. Wicca. It doesn't matter. So there's something changing here. And to other people, it seems like a loss. It seems like it's not going to work. But to this person, or both of them, if they're one and the same, or if they're two different people, it is going to work. The overall energy, Ace of Air, yeah, that's a truth. That's a revelation, that's a truth. Ace of Air. Clarity is happening. Someone is getting to, the eye of the storm. There could be some contention over this. Again, I mean, listen, I don't know how Richie Riches do it. And no offense to them. I'm being a little facetious there. I'm being a little playful there. I don't know how people of certain financial status do it. I don't know how easy it is to walk away from a fortune. I don't know how easy it is for someone to leave behind an inheritance. Like, there might be, legit paperwork that you have to go through. If this person has a spouse or some other person that's just like, well, wait a minute. You walking away from your family's fortune is going to affect our family, because that money or that resource was there to help our kids go to college. You tell your mom and dad that you don't want anything to do with them, that hurts our kids. You see what I mean? So there's again, lineage. There's a concern over lineage, which might come in the, again, eye of the storm. That's on this card, the eye of the hurricane. So there could be some kerfuffle surrounding what one person decides to do for themselves, for their own wellness, or for their own spiritual, or life, just their life trajectory, their own path. So, let's get an outcome card here for Virgo, please, and then we're going to wrap this up. Outcome for Virgo in this situation. What is the outcome for Virgo in this situation in this reading for January 2021? What is the outcome, please? Show me one card. Ooh, you got two. I'm going to take 2. Yeah, look at you, Virgo. You got lucky. You got the Chariot and the 4 of Wands. Chariot, major arcana for Cancer. You could be dealing with a Cancer, you don't have to be. And the 4 of Wands, fire energy. This is definitive. This moment in your life, Virgo, or whoever's the main player here. For some of you Virgos, like I said, you're just watching someone go through this. This is like a friend or a family member, and you're just like watching, sitting on the sidelines, chewing on some popcorn, watching it all unfold. Okay? But this is definitive choices, definitive actions. That, again, I feel like there's a new ground being broken. I did say that, like going and buying property, breaking new ground, literally, on property, but more so on an idea, or more so on something that you're passionate about, something that you have a lot of conviction in. You believe in what you're doing. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe somebody was just going through the motions. I'm doing this because this is what my family expects. I'm doing this because this is the natural way that society says I'm supposed to live. I'm supposed to go to college, get a nice job, work hard, save money, take vacation once a year, blah, 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 right? The scripted, prescribed way that we're supposed to live. Hierophant energy. Someone is reestablishing that for themselves, reevaluating that for themselves, choosing a different path perhaps. Totally different paths, totally revolutionary. Chariot, definitive, decisive choices. 4 of Wands, moving towards what speaks to you, what, like a spiritual foundation is what this feels like. It's not been experienced before, is what this feels like. It feels like this is the first time, and I don't think I'm talking, even though these are suns, which are again equivalent to knights, young adult energy, early 20s, less than 30, basically. This could be someone coming through to this experience, and you're like in your 50s. So I don't want it to be like new as in young. It could be new as in legit, have just never done it before. All right, Virgo, that is your reading for January. Interesting. If you liked it, there's a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated in your life. I love to read your guys' comments, so please feel free to share. And if you have not considered subscribing, please consider it now. Why not? It'd be cool, right? Doing any and all of those things helps support me as a reader here on YouTube, so I'd appreciate all of that. Be eternally grateful to you guys. And once again, if you want to get at me for a personal reading, information is in the description box, okay? Virgo, I'll be back in a few weeks' time to do your January readings. Thank you. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.